Hello everyone, my name's Alumi, and welcome to Reyna's Agent Lore video. Reyna is a Radiant who hails from Mexico, and was the 11th agent to join the Valorant protocol. Her real name is Zianya Mondragon. Based on some of her voice lines, she seems to be one of the older agents in the Valorant protocol.
Oh, Jet, I remember being so young. It's good that she'll die before feeling old like me.
She doesn't let the age difference make anyone feel she's inferior, though. She is quite proud and will do whatever needs to be done to get what she wants. She's extremely proud of her Radiance and believes that Radiants are superior. This likely stems from some kind of discrimination she has faced for being a Radiant, and as a result has taken a bit of an extreme opinion about the superiority of Radiants over humans.
If I act superior, it's because I am. Oh, do your little machines need help? Take your time. We Radiantes will start without you.
However, Reyna does get along just fine with other humans who express a similar hatred towards Kingdom or fight with a similar gusto to hers, like Breach. In battle, Reyna's Radiance allows her to harvest the souls of those she kills. This isn't for a collection hobby though, they are what keep her alive. Without them, she would probably die. One theory I have is that these souls are more akin to some kind of life essence within a person than what we generally consider as a soul. The reason I say this is because Reyna can kill the enemy team's Jet, harvest her soul, but then the enemy team's Sage can revive the Jet and it's as if nothing happened. Viper, who is studying this for Reyna, calls it life essence as well. It seems that Sage is able to give that life essence back to a person, but if it's a soul in the way we generally think of a soul, I don't think Sage would be able to give that back to a person. So my theory is that the souls Reyna gathers are more akin to some kind of life essence that Reyna harvests to keep herself alive. Almost like how a vampire takes the blood of another to keep themselves alive, and blood is like a person's life essence in that scenario. But this is all theory, so let me know what you think down below. Reyna is extremely hungry for souls, and there's another reason for it besides keeping herself alive. It all stems from her past. While we don't know much about Reyna's childhood, we do know that she has a younger sister named Lucia, and they are very close. Lucia is severely ill though, and in a critical condition. She's close to dying, and Reyna is the only one able to keep her alive right now. But even with everything Reyna is doing, Lucia is still in critical condition. As for what Lucia is sick with or why she became sick, we don't have a clear-cut answer. However, we have a few theories that I'll explore. The first is that Lucia is a Radiant whose Radiance is similar to that of Reyna's, where she needs souls to stay alive, but for whatever reason, she's unable to do this herself. So, Reyna harvests souls for both herself and her sister. The other theory is that Killjoy's tech was used somehow, perhaps by accident, perhaps not, that caused harm to Lucia. This theory is based on the voice line between Reyna and Killjoy.
I remember the machines Killjoy made. What they did to... Never mind. It does not matter.
Perhaps it's some mixture of the two or something different. But the way Lucia is being kept alive right now is by Reyna gathering souls for her and then Viper transferring the life energy to Lucia. Listen to this voicemail from Viper.
Rim, I need you to increase Reyna's mission assignments. She has to collect more souls. We're already pushing the boundaries of the equipment, but I need more. It's the transfer process. I'm losing too much in the conversion. For every unit infused, another 2 are lost. Life energy isn't exactly my area of expertise. I know this has dragged on. I thought I'd have a solution by now, a way to stabilize the chemical radiant equilibrium, but we owe it to Reyna. Collecting enough life for the both of them, it can't be easy. As long as the child lives, I have to keep trying. Because if we fail, I don't know what Reyna will do.
So it seems that the medical solution Viper has come up with thus far is extremely inefficient. However, Viper will continue to work on a better solution because if she doesn't, who knows what will happen. So Viper and Reyna do just that. Her reason for killing is for both herself and more importantly, her little sister who is her everything.
For you, hermanita.
You might be wondering why Sage doesn't just heal Lucia. One theory is that Sage was asked by Viper to heal Lucia, or those at Reyna's Sanctuary, but she failed, and that's what's being alluded to in this.
Viper, have you thought about my offer? You don't have to.
Never,
ever assume you can help me. You can't help me. You can't help them.
So perhaps their life energies are incompatible? We really aren't sure. What do you think? Outside of battle, Reyna spends a lot of time helping those who were previously hurt by Kingdom. A while ago, Kingdom used to experiment and research Radiance in a variety of ways for scientific purposes. While we don't know what this research was exactly, it appears that these Radiants were harmed in some way by it, and so Reyna saved them from being under Kingdom's microscope and made a sanctuary for them to live in and be taken care of. This isn't just a house with a few people in it though, it's a full-fledged city. This is Reyna's way of helping those who were subjected to the unethical practices of Kingdom. Perhaps her sister Lucia was included in their research, and that's part of why she has such a hatred for them, aside from the things Kingdom was doing just being outright wrong. Within the Valorant protocol, Reyna has taken on a role of training some of the new recruits, most notably Neon. Although Sage has generally been the one to train the newbies, Reyna dislikes Sage's approach to training. Sage trains the agents to be calm, collected, and grounded in battle, limiting your emotions to control the battlefield. Neon specifically struggles to control her power. When her emotions rise, her power grows stronger but also unstable. She loses a lot of control over her radiance, and so Sage wants to teach her how to control her emotions and therefore her radiance. Reyna, on the other hand, wants Neon to use her emotions to fuel her power, and it seems that Reyna did get to train Neon from this interaction.
Harness your emotions, Neon, just as we train.
With the time she isn't spending at her sanctuary city or keeping her sister alive, it seems that Reyna plays guitar from this voice line with Clove.
Reyna, a certain someone tells me you play guitar. You have to play for us later. No getting out of it.
As for Reyna's future, KO is actively working to prevent Reyna from going off the rails. KO is from an alternate timeline in the future, where a war between humans and Radiance has broken out and mass destruction has followed in its wake. Who is leading the Radiance to war? None other than Reyna. So KO has come to our current timeline to prevent this war from taking place. We don't exactly know what set off this war, but it seems Reyna was the initiator of it, maybe with her hatred of most non-Radiants and the way they treat Radiants. Although Reyna is a bit radical in her view on non-Radiants, she doesn't take that view to heart enough to cause a full-scale war and usher in world disaster, so some theorize that perhaps it was the death of Lucia or some other unknown catastrophe in her life that caused her to do this. But remember that this is an alternate timeline in the future we're talking about, and Reyna reminds KO of that often.
KO, you're the solution to a problem that does not exist. Déjame en paz.
So what do you think of Reyna? And who do you want to see next? Let me know down below, and if you like this content, drop a like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. God bless. Bye!